You wake up. You slept 8 hours, you have your coffee, you sit at your desk, and then nothing. You stare at your to-do list like it owes you money. You tell yourself, come on, just start. It's one email. But you can't. You just can't. And then comes the guilt. Why am I like this? Am I just lazy? No, you're not. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why and what's actually going on. Stay with us. What is burnout actually? Let's get one thing straight. Burnout is not just being tired. Tired is when you pull an all-nighter and need a nap. Burnout is when you've had 10 naps and still feel like a deflated balloon. Psychologist Herbert Freudenberger described burnout back in 1974 as the extinction of motivation. Extinction. Like the dinosaurs. That's how serious this is. And here's the kicker. The World Health Organization officially recognizes burnout as a real documented condition, not a mood, not an excuse, a condition. So the next time someone tells you to just push through it, you can calmly say, "Sir, the World Health Organization disagrees with you. The real reasons you're burnt out." So if it's not laziness, what is it? Here are the real culprits. Reason number 1, you never actually stopped. We live in a culture that treats rest like a reward you have to earn. Hustle now, sleep when you're dead, that kind of thing. But here's the problem. Humans are not machines. We are not built to run at 100% indefinitely. Even your phone gets to charge overnight. When's the last time you did? If you've been going nonstop, working, caring for others, being on all the time, your tank didn't just get low, it ran out. And then you kept driving on fumes and wondered why the engine is making that noise. Reason number 2, you care too much about too many things. This one's sneaky. Burnout doesn't only hit lazy people, it hits the most dedicated people, the overachievers, the people who say yes to everything, the ones who feel guilty taking a lunch break. Sound familiar? When you pour yourself into everything, your job, your relationships, your responsibilities, without ever refilling your own cup, you eventually have nothing left to give, not even to yourself. Reason number 3, you feel out of control. One of the biggest hidden drivers of burnout is helplessness. When you work incredibly hard but feel like nothing you do matters, when the goalposts keep moving, when effort doesn't equal results, your brain starts to give up. It's like being on a treadmill that speeds up every time you run faster. Eventually, you stop running, not because you're lazy, because your brain is smart enough to know this isn't working. Reason number 4, there's no clear boundary between work and life. Raise your hand if you've ever answered a work email from your bed at 11 p.m. Yeah, we see you. When work follows you everywhere, into your meals, your weekends, your bathroom breaks, your brain never gets the signal that it's safe to rest. It stays in on mode, permanently. And a brain that can never switch off, that's a brain marching straight toward burnout. Now that we know the reasons of burnout, let's see why saying just try harder doesn't work. Here's what most people do when they notice the signs of burnout. They try harder, more discipline, more structure, more 5 a.m. alarms. And here's why that backfires completely. Burnout is not a motivation problem. It's a recovery problem. Think of it this way. If your phone is at 1% battery, you don't fix it by opening more apps. Your brain works the same way. The solution to burnout is never more effort. It's rest, boundaries, and meaning, which brings us to the good part. So what do you actually do? Solution number 1, rest like you mean it. Not scrolling, not Netflix with one eye on your laptop. Real rest, walks, silence. Doing something just because it's fun and it means absolutely nothing for your productivity. Remember fun? It exists. You're allowed to have it. Solution number 2, start saying no and mean it. Every yes you say to something draining is a no to your own recovery. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's survival. You can't pour from an empty cup, and right now, your cup has cobwebs in it. Solution number 3, find tiny things that feel like you again. Burnout has a way of making you forget who you were before the exhaustion took over. Pick up an old hobby, cook something, draw something terrible, dance badly in your kitchen. Seriously. The goal isn't to be productive. The goal is to feel human again. Last solution. Number 4, talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, even a really understanding pet. Getting it out of your head and into the world makes it smaller. and realizing you're not alone in this, that's more healing than any productivity hack ever will be. Here's what we want you to leave with today. Burnout is not weakness or laziness. It's what happens when a genuinely hardworking, caring person runs on empty for too long without anyone, including themselves, noticing. You didn't fail. You just gave too much for too long without being given enough back. And the bravest, most productive thing you can do right now is rest. Not tomorrow. Not after this one last thing. Now. You are exhausted, and you deserve to recover. If this video felt like someone finally understood you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. We'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.